Good evening, everyone, and welcome to How Golbez Stole Christmas. We have four fantastic runners running the seat tonight: Reckless Charlie, Poss Morpheus, Warlock 05, and Tybalt. I'm Andrew Dave, and joining me is Scholar Kitty, our restreamer, Judge George, Tracker, and Mike, my co-commentator. How are you doing, Mike?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing, Dave?
Oh, I'm doing great.
Golbez stole Christmas, and we're trying to get it back.
And not only did Golbez steal Christmas, Golbez stole Santa Fu as well.
Oh no, no foo. Well, are there dark matters or something fun to make up for no foo?
Oh, there's 30 dark matters. We gotta find all the coal that Golbez has left behind.
Got it, check. And the runners are underway. About to hop on their sleigh with Palom and Kane.
Oh, that Palom's a fantastic starting character because K-Trap.
We'll be virusing and quaking all kinds of things early then.
Yeah, get yourself a good anchor, get Palom to level 23, I believe it is, and turn him loose.
We get to bribe our bosses away today, right?
Yeah, we just don't feel like fighting boss fights today. You're gonna see our runners do a lot of looting because they gotta find all the coal that was left around. They can sell that stuff and, tell the bosses to go away. As you see, Payable Golbez is our wacky flag for the day. Mike, would you care to explain what that does?
Yeah, so we're talking about all the bosses, and if you don't want to fight them and you have money, you can say, nope, not going to fight you, I'll just pay. And you don't get XP, but you still get your reward.
And you saw the pop-up show up on Tybalt's screen right there, asking to pay a little more than $2,000 to skip the Mist Cave fight.
And we're T Wildish, so basically we'll get money pretty quick, especially with K-Trap on.
Yep. Lots of money, lots of power.
See some looting going on down in Watery. And even some extensive bear in town looting for Charlie.
It is Dark Matter hunts, so at Dark Matter hunts, incentivize you to loot diverse locations.
And as I understand it, they're weighted on the overworld too, so it's definitely worth checking all these spots. Get 30.
I think it's just that the weighting prevents or tries to prevent more than say 2 or 3 from being in any one dungeon or town.
Gotcha, guys.
And there's just more locations on the overworld.
Lots of chests, few bosses.
We are going to see lots and lots and lots of looting. And that's a mom bomb at Baron Inn. Yeah, that's getting bribed immediately. Best 2K you'll ever spend.
We don't need to search for moon boss, moon traps today as well, correct?
Correct, because K Moon and K Unsafe are both not set, the LST traps are not in play. Or that was the pass on Reckless Charlie's side from paying $22,000 and skipping Baron Inn.
Okay, and that is one of our objectives, I believe. Open the door.
Yep. Number 3, open the pass door. There's also a white mage, which never sad to see that.
So you're paying all your bosses away. You have Palom and you want Quake, so what is the plan for runners to get Palom to a point where you can start taking out some of those traps?
My guess is going to be Sirens, and hope that Magma Key's not inside a trap in Evelyn, like say the Madogre trap.
Sirens maybe as early as ordeals, or are you waiting to get underground?
You can just hopefully you can bribe your way to the Magma Key or the hook and use that to get underground. I say hopefully because, well, sometimes the seed has other plans.
Sometimes your underground access is hanging out behind those traps.
And to a point in chat, Lord Goober, yes, the hair dryers are in play, as is Last Arm. And here's the choice for XP. Boss Morpheus choosing to take the Water Hag fight up on Hobbs. That's
I'll
a
take the
nice
freebie and
yeah.
take some XP.
That's another strategy you have. Any like free, easier fights? Sure, take some quick XP.
Do we see King Queen already also?
Yes, they're in the waterfall.
Not great XP.
Yeah, bad XP. You still have to sit through the full script because you're not beating them before they script out.
Okay, we got more people taking Water Hag, so similar ideas. Take some free, easy, early XP. People off base level.
That's a nice find. I saw Charlie pick it up in the waterfall. I think everyone else has too. There was a siren in there, which, you know, once we get underground, if the sirens are buried, say on the hook route, and we have the hook, give us the ability to at least take one egg.
And it's an egg and change, I believe, for Quake. At least you have virus too. So
yeah, maybe an egg in that Water Hag. That could be what our runners are thinking.
Dork Robe, good find. Warlink?
Yeah, with Tim will also take the Water Hag. We may see all 4 runners do that.
There's nothing stopping people from actually just fighting a boss if you can win too, just for the XP. Especially
Correct,
if it's something that drops down pretty quick.
Correct, but it's also, you gotta do the whole calculation. Is it worth the time you're spending fighting?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've never run one of these, so this is pretty entertaining to watch.
Boss Morpheus taking the Dark Elf fight on Ordeals.
I don't think he's broke, so this must be more XP decision here.
May have found a White Spear somewhere and never mind.
Let's see how he deals with this. So we were just making the point about that time management and options to get XP. It's a fairly long fight, but we're gonna get quite a bit XP out of it too. So.
Warlink about to show us who's invading Football Castle today. It's Elements, choosing to take the fight.
A little bit nerfed XP here, but also a pretty quick fight.
Yeah, Palin's Fire 2 should just end the fight. Especially with that Sword Robot giving an extra multiplier, and yeah, that was more enough to one-shot any boss there.
Awesome, getting through the Dark Elf. Some more XP. Most importantly, that Palom.
I think that's gotta be the goal in all of our runners' minds right now, is get Palom to Quake.
I saw dark matter there for Charlie down in the basement.
Yeah, Golbez was just throwing dark matter everywhere.
I know people have been waiting a long time for payable Golbez, so I'm glad we finally get to see him. Very generous. I mean, I hear he'll give you the shirt off his back. Possum also taking the imps.
Yeah, having a few J
Kind of
items.
punchy.
Fortunately, they're focusing fire on DKC, and we honestly don't care if DKC survives this fight. Tybalt also making his way up for deals.
We'll see if we see the same strategy here. If fight our way through for the early XP, or buy our way through and try to leverage this iron.
Charlie taking the King Queen Evelyn for XP.
Some free XP. Not a ton, but it's super free. This flag set's interesting. I'm seeing a lot of different visions in a standard flag run.
Yeah, it's interesting seeing our runners' decision-making progress. Tybalt's saying, I want nothing to do with these fights or deals. Get me my paladin now.
Yep. Quick underground access.
And the package comes from more deals.
What I like about Tybalt's play here is, even if you're in a little bit of trouble because you don't get the underground access, you could always do fights on ordeals and some levels on Palom.
Right, these options all still exist. And I have a feeling we're also going to skip the karate fight coming up on Tybalt's side, which Possum is currently taking.
The karate fight doesn't give any XP at all anyway, right? So we know Possum's gold situation.
Okay, the other
Or do you have to fight?
No, you can skip it. Every boss that's not named Zerubus can be skipped. It's just how much you're willing to pay.
Okay, we have a paladin. And if the idea here is both do K-Trap on Earth and also go maybe get a shiny sword.
That also requires a party capable of taking the traps.
And Possum will a lot of the way there by fighting all these fights here. So kind of two birds with one stone.
That may have been the thought process of taking these fights. I haven't found underground yet. Maybe it's in one of the traps. That's a random defense sword someone just threw away in Chocobo Forest.
Hey, Martin.
Here's to you, Martin. That's your check.
Yeah, and Possum's running right down here. And the jackpot here is if you get your underground access and your shiny sword. Then that time you just spent not paying off enemies really pays off. As we've seen, T-Wildish Evelyn is a pretty good bet to get an X-Cow or Crystal Sword.
Right. Slightly lower the odds than normal to get the big swinging here, only because K-Trap might have filled one of the chests with the trap, or some monsters instead. I guess with a key item instead. Words are hard.
Not usually ogres are hard, not the most eloquent. Well, but these ogres are mages, so I think they probably good wordsmiths. They just don't show us a lot in game.
More importantly, we did start with a trap kit, so even without a lot of levels, the Assassin Dagger can do some work on these ogres.
That's true, and you do get quite a bit of XP here.
It does look like we're not set up for swoon procs. I haven't seen one.
Yeah, the
yet.
agility situation is a little. I guess if you had kept Palom down, you could probably deal with Kane pretty quickly, but then your Palom's not getting levels.
I guess you could start the fight with Kane having the Assassin Dagger equipped. Get the +5 agility immediately to try to speed things along. Oh, with that Zeus Gauntlet, the Mad Ogre's chest should be free, just slow.
Free and slow.
Oh, Tybalt's got an ogre axe. This is just free now. You could say it's all ogre for this chest.
It's all ogre. And Possum is through.
We do see Warlink also choosing to take the fights up here, while Charlie is finishing up. Charlie is in for more.
Hey, a pink tail.
That's huge. Not right now, but you find a hook. That pigtail represents inanimate armor.
So what you're telling me, I think, is that it's over by Silvara when we go to turn it. That's our Christmas tree.
Oh yeah.
Where are we hoping Golbez is today?
Oh.
I guess there's not really a spicy location other than maybe Giant 2.
Anywhere where the sprite doesn't show up is always fun in this kind of flag set. It's just you bribe a super high HP spawn. Like, oh, I got an objective.
Looks like that might be kind of pricey, but by then I imagine we'll have Shweeny. Through like elements or their high HP spot.
Elements, at least you see the sprite before you fight it. Warlink getting his package.
And we're using Virus, super powerful Alum. To your point, we already got one. The pink tail isn't the shiny sword you're looking for. It's also the underground access. Was that a protect ring?
That was a protect ring. I don't hate protect rings. They certainly have their uses. It's not what we're looking for out of here. We just see Warling skip the karate fight. That's besides no XP worth the 5k to simply say no.
Yeah. I'm just rooting for everybody to just bribe their way through everything, but I'm sure there's early game cash mitigation to account for.
That's the great part. There's always more cash until there's not.
Since on his third chest, you're electing to use the hourglass. That's nice, because there's a lot of guys to punch you here. Everyone's starting in the back row, and now in the front row to do some.
And then, as we all know, Stalemen are kind of jerks.
They are, especially those two in Cave Eblin. You guys are the bane of mini runners.
Yeah, they are. I honestly think that double Stalemen chest has caused more wipes than pretty much any other trap in the game.
No, and they're worth like 4k XP or something. Those guys need a huge XP boost for me to mess with them.
That's an adamant rock. So, off to pet the doggo?
Let's see where we're going. Baron. That is half an objective, and we get a forge today. You excited?
Oh, I love forges. You get all sorts of good stuff. You get shiny sticks, sometimes you get shiny spears, sometimes you get
sticks.
You even get to do the fandango sometimes. Who doesn't love doing the fandango?
Even scrap metal has its mean purposes.
Unfortunately, today for us, no such luck. This is classic Forge. Classic Forge the Crystal, so Coco will make your shiny, and then, in the spirit of Christmas, he will play the part of Ebenezer Scrooge and give you nothing.
Not even scrap metal. Let's be one of Payable Golbez's henchmen.
Osmorpheus showing us that sparkle that in Baronin is in fact doot. The palest of dims.
And we're not paying people either. We're just quaking our way through.
No bribe, only quake.
Our bribe is quake.
Charlie getting the package as well, getting his paladin. And we'll likely from here go to Evelyn, and then I think up Zot's going to be the only choice everyone's got left.
Yeah, the doggo seems to be pretty important today.
Of course, there's always a chance it's not the doggo.
We're running kind of low on options.
I think we're down to the doggo or Demist hanging out behind that package, or it's Zot 1. I know Warlink checked the package character. Believe we saw it's an Edward, said no thanks.
Alright, Eddie.
Just apparently Warlink can resist the call of Adamant Spoonward.
Alright, we going to fucking Charlie.
Oh, Warlink didn't show us what's in. Have we been to Antlion yet?
Charlie's doing some more looting. Someone paid Antlion, I think, really early. It's kind of a disassociative effect when I don't see the bosses. Just have to check the ledger, see who's been collected their dues.
Yeah, it does throw you off a little bit, not having those kind of breaks in the action of, well, I shouldn't say breaks in action, but sort of delineators, I guess, of people fighting bosses. Say, okay, things happening here, things happening here, things happening here.
Well, the fighting should pick up soon. Once we get underground, there are all kinds of traps. We'll be doing Sylph Cave, do Warriors. I think we started with a Luke key.
We did. The warp glitch is not on, so if you want the item down there, you're gonna have to fight for it. Or bribe for it, I guess.
I'm guessing magma behind Doggo. Flame Dog, right?
Yes.
And it's a flaming key.
Your logic makes perfect sense. I can't find any fault in it. Personally, I'm hoping it's... Yeah, I think everyone bribed this one. I remember seeing a wyvern show up.
I didn't check if it was... Oh, it's Search. It's Search Burn.
It is, in fact, Witchburn. And looking at where our runners going, I don't think anyone had been in Antlion yet. So, no, we weren't. We didn't miss anything.
Huh. Oh, Gungnir.
Had you bribed the wyvern, that would have... You could have just sold the Gungnir and gotten your money back. Okay, I personally am cheering for Demas behind the package having underground.
I'd be, or maybe demist at Zot 1, leading back into Zot
Ooh.
with Earth.
I like the way you think.
It has to be somewhere. I wonder if at this point the runners are thinking, are there any traps that I missed? Where haven't I been? We have an old guy.
I know.
We need someone to, with Fu out, this is our next best Santa, I think, so. Get it.
Close enough. Fu is Santa, Tella is like discount mall Santa.
He sits on a throne of lies.
He does.
Okay, Charlie is
No
doing...
one wants to go upside. And Tybalt running into the number one most dangerous boss on Dark Matter hunts.
Boss, you can't pay your way through.
Oh, however, you can get paid to avoid that boss.
True, yep. Go to a shop and sell all those goodies before counter said boss.
Yep. Turn all those goodies into money, turn that money into skipping bosses or other things. That's 2.
Pretty good basement. There's 2 matters and, certainly to my heart, hi-hats.
The hat will live forever, won't it?
Hope so. And if you hit that before the ogres, that ogre axe, it'll be quite a bit of time.
Especially with the Zeus Gauntlet also are found right near the ogres. That conveniently gives you resistance to them. I think Skull is declaring that Gaia hat is now Santa hat for the day.
Gaia hat is the Santa hat. That's fitting. All our runners have access to it. Awesome is gonna fight the King Queen.
You see Warlink over here taking the traps. Yeah, just giving these ogres the business with that ogre axe.
Yeah, that is.
Oh,
That's the ticket. Also getting some business.
Charlie showing us something good in the Troya armor shop. That was a cursed ring.
Ooh. If you went there right off the bat, then you'd be all set up for a 1 assassin dagger shots. That possum back to the inventory boss.
Inventory boss comes for us all in Dark Matter hunts. Charlie can make the play.
Okay, the dog, the magma key.
I'm really hoping the dog just has the spoon. Spoon would be ideal.
Honorable mention, yeah, to demist. Saw it 1.
Because that would... Doggo has the spoon. Demist behind package has the... magma, just so you're forced to take the Edward. Or at least sit through the cutscene that Edward is in.
You should bring Edward too, because I mean, I bet the guy has some good Christmas songs.
Yeah, Eddie's a bard. Who else would you want to bring along for caroling?
Right. He probably makes a mean figgy pudding.
Our tracker, Judge Joe, is also tracking inventory bosses cited. We are currently at 4. Uh-oh.
He's berserked.
Angry doggo! Angry doggo!
Oh, and Martin gets unceremoniously put down by this angry dog. After giving us the defense sword. That is interesting with these Christmas pieces. Ah!
Oh, so close to getting what you wanted.
Almost. Wrong order, but we'll take it. Paying people now, right?
Yeah, Possum is paying.
I want to unleash the power of the payable. I went to school for accounting, so this is really cathartic for me.
Also, that Earth Crystal represents an objective.
We'll definitely come back down after being this. We pick up some dark matters in there.
It's unpacked wildish. There could be anything in there.
Coal.
Odin here? That's tempting that Charlie opting to skip it, looks like.
Some cold hard cash. You can be bribed, King.
That's a tempting take, just because Odin's not like Lit 3.
Did he revive his Odin though? I mean his fella.
Ah, good point.
And you can always revive him, but maybe if you hadn't and you're at that spot, you're just put up and take my.
Fortunately for our runners, the spot here, you do see who the boss was after you bribe it.
There's a lot of inventory bosses. I guess it's just a way of life, huh?
Yeah, with Dark Matter hunts, you're looting so many chests, it's extremely hard to avoid. Well, you know, sometimes you have to take a bargain fight because you didn't have the 30 large to bribe it.
Oh no. Times like this, it makes me want to whistle. Well, not like whistle while you work, but an inventory item. So everything to the bird.
Oh, I thought you might want to sell us for 10 grand. It would have been enough to get you enough to bribe the bargain.
That's nice also.
Both runners who are in Zadav decide to throw away the bard.
I'm trying to get a feel for dark matter counts. It looks like runners are around 7 or 8. Quite a ways to go there.
Given how much we've been looting, 7 or 8 would be just unlucky. But yeah, Warlink's at 8.
Oh, HP ran out.
Oh, it's the hook.
Okay, I kind of want to see a hook, honestly, because that's going to give access to a couple more traps and a whole lot more chests.
And I think, most importantly, the hook shop.
And maybe sirens.
Yeah, hook shop has 2 guaranteed tier 5s. One of those could be siren. So the fun part about the hook route here is how much money you need to bribe the whole thing.
That's true. You need quite a bit. What's our sell rate? Are we full sell?
Yes, there's normal sell values.
Okay, so by now, I think you stop by those shops
And dump your
toss
inventory.
everything and dump it.
So, the first boss on the hook route costs 30,000 to skip. The second one 126,000.
My boss wants to go Christmas shopping. It's Black Friday. Like cash. Fortunately, if you like forget things exist like the treasures behind the fireplace here in Mist, you don't have to get. There's like 45 dark matters. You only need 30, so you can miss some. It's not that.
Yeah, having to find every dark matter would turn a lot of these dark matter hunts into full clears. Like find all 399 chest level full clear. And I don't know about you, but I don't know where all 399 chests are.
The last time I tried, I did not succeed. I was like 12 short for some kind of Troy and Tango incentive.
Yep, the final meta objective, loot everything.
Our good harp creator Xenocat found every one.
Yeah, they certainly did. Boss Morpheus choosing to skip the Odin. And now I got time for you.
We have the cash, or if we're begging here too. Biden was kind of punishing.
On Tybalt's side, I didn't see that happen. I didn't see that starting up.
And Charlie too.
Is that
Dark
3
Matters
Dark
in
Matter?
there? Saw 2 for sure.
I think I saw 3.
Okay, so that kind of answers our question where some of our dark matters are.
Also, a pair of Muras, a Zeus Gauntlet. Some good stuff in there.
Muras, one thing I like about those is they sell for a lot.
Go right ahead.
Great Vast Treasury!
Yeah, we got Zeus, we got... There's 2 Zeuses, actually.
I'm thinking with all those dark matters, it's naughty out of 10.
Yeah, there's 3 dark matters on the bottom. There's 2 right next to each other and 1 in the other corner. Those Muras, I don't know if I'd want to sell them immediately. I think I'd want to maybe find an edge.
Well, we're gonna see who the hook boss is.
But we do have a hook, we have a pink tail for some of our runners, so we're going to get our big armor.
We're going to the Christmas tree.
Getting our presents from underneath it. Of course, all this talk is assuming we actually have to complete the hook route.
That's true. Like we might get a magma key out of one of the key traps down there. I think if you're already that far and you have the cash, you might as well go just for the chest if nothing.
Yeah, if you're already down there, may as well just launch it and call it a day. Especially if the Mad Ogres decide to bury themselves all the way at the end of the hook route.
Oh, speaking of our Staleman friends, here we go.
And they're being nice. Immediately punching the anchor.
If they would have taxed Cecil there, depending on Cecil's gear, Cecil can go to sleep, and then Cecil can't cover.
I think we're safe from being put to sleep because everyone's already won. So everyone's ATB bars are pretty much always full, which means that slip. I don't believe the sleep can hit.
That would be a relief. Nothing of note today. Was that a ribbon?
That was a ribbon. Again, not things we hate to find, just not the progression we're looking for.
we're just a little bit greedy with T-Wildish traps.
And we see Warlink finishing up the tower, getting the hook. Reckless Charlie tearing through these traps. Awesome Morpheus showing us some loot in, I believe that's the forest and the little grass area in back of Troya.
Yep. Ebolt's making some pretty good pace here. Selling all the stuff, about to dive hook route.
Yeah, that looks
Gotta
like
get it.
that looks like setting up for a double bribe.
Yeah, double bribe. I didn't catch a dark matter total though for Tybolt. A good opportunity too with all the looting to try to avoid inventory bosses. As we're seeing about the same amount of bosses even being able to bribe, they're just all inventory.
And we saw a quick one show up on Charlie's side. The inventory boss briefly flashed over there.
Picking up that cash stick there. Hanzo. Tybolt.
I would be hard pressed to sell top tier gear for any character. Every character not named Fu is going to be in seed somewhere.
And we're doing some music.
I think Possum's just looting the place out. I don't think we've seen a Twin Heart.
Ah, okay. I didn't remember seeing it.
We haven't
Oh,
seen a
it's
Twin
not
Heart.
his favorite spot.
This is a looting trip looking for dark matter.
Interesting play.
At least I hope Possum doesn't go too far, or we're going to see a certain script show up.
I've not seen that script in a long
Oh,
time.
well, remember what I said about maybe finding Magnet Key? No, we're finishing the hook route.
Wow. Okay, there's a dark matter for possums. Getting some dividends for taking the trip.
Yeah, now even if you find the Magma Key in the Mad Ogres, you gotta finish the hook route out. That is Demist at hook 2, and Demist is in play.
Demist is getting paid.
Oh yeah, no. You are not dealing with 25k of Demist. That is
No.
that is 126k I will gladly spend.
That is a very, very slow fight. At least we have Quake Palom. You just bluff a few times. Had worse. No.
Still, you have to
You still don't want to do
so
it.
many missed phases.
Yeah, you just get some money. Her some money.
Back when Falcon Percent was a thing on the ladder, we had one race come up where Demus showed up at hook 2, and it was
yeah,
a 10
I've had
plus
it
minute
too.
fight.
Yep. Like I played that scene.
That might have been you and me.
Maybe. I have some frightening memories, so. Like one of those Sid affairs, too. You got Sid's your best person, and some healing, and
Yeah,
hoping for kamikazes.
yeah
Oh my God.
after that scene, I will respect Demus at hook 2, just how much it can ruin your time.
Well, it's making quick work of the Mad Ogres. Let's see if we sell the Hanzo for Warlink. We'll sit in an inventory. Also, that's kind of a lot of gold. That's a big gold number that we got. I feel like we can bribe basically anyone we want.
You need big gold to make big bribes.
that went to...
That's a crystal sword.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, this is gonna be double bribing out.
Quake is quick, but so... Get the dolls.
Yeah, you could make an argument for just quaking the dolls.
That's probably what Golbez did. I mean, I'm not sure how those dolls got under his employ, but it's probably cash, so just counter bribe. Although in this med, I suppose they're kind of elves. Looking for Golbez.
Ah. I did see that. Dance question back. Crystal Sword was from the Format Ogre chest on the hook route.
I'm noticing anchor. We have a lot of Rydia anchors going on, which makes sense because kids need to go to bed on time. You know,
Right.
that doesn't count.
You always put the kids to bed early on Christmas.
I guess there's a curse ring, so maybe, you know, might be some spoilery information. I don't know.
I didn't quite catch who was top of the tower. I just saw it was not Golbez and looked away.
Also didn't catch. We're about Tybalt, I think, is about to. We're in Palom in the top slot. We are going quaking.
Slot 2 Palom, Quake in the top slot. Alright, or BS3. Yep, it's Quake time. And I like this routing through Sylph. If you not having the pan, doing the backside of Sylph first is just slightly better in case pan comes out of one of the trap chests on this side.
And there's a lot of chests out here too. Getting our first one. Your least favorite. We have 7 actors, so the quake goes off no matter. Sometimes I get a host of status elements when there are not enough actors here.
Or if you're not perfectly anchored, and that's a lot of money that just dropped.
Ooh, an Avenger. That's a fun toy.
Is that Avenger Vanilla?
Oh, it's been far too long. I don't even remember where the Avenger was. This is just our second trap chest here.
And I know the Avengers in the bottom 3, because the top 3 are all the HP-based J items. At least in the remake version, or the not FF2 version.
And there's Dark Matter by an Artie Bow. That Dark Matter was in the deepest location of this cave.
Yeah, Golbez just took a few. I don't know where these go and start shoving him in the corner, sweeping him under the cave a little bit.
Possum's a bit behind the other runners, but up the Dark Matter from Magnus Cave. So it'll be interesting to see if that comes into play.
We do see Warlink taking the Format Ogre chest on the hook, right about to get the very good news of a big swingy. Unfortunately, I missed what came out of that trap chest. That flashed by.
Maybe it's an X-Cal, but yeah, it was pretty quick.
It didn't look like it was It looked like it was the letter was just white, so it didn't look like. I don't think it was a key item.
At this point, what do you really want?
How about that? I would take a second suit of admin armor.
True, true. Second suit of admin armor is nice. But there was a Christmas tree down here also.
With one random, those random dark matters, the one swept away was for the one silk that's been naughty this past year.
The one that's really cheering on the bonking.
The one that rewards you for bonking, like, that was an awesome bonk, have an item.
That self will tell you about how there's no sound quite as satisfying as pan on flesh. Toad Lady?
Yep, we see both Possum and Warlink making their descent into the underground. This will be good because we'll get another look at who that.
They give us our second chance to check our boss here.
Oh, it's a sparkle. That's why I didn't recognize it.
Sparkly things are fitting because they're gonna sparkle like the cash that we bribed them with.
Well, that makes sense. You got something shining all the way to the top of the tower. And Judge Show pointing out, if you clear out this, you're gonna have an Adamant Crystal Cecil and Adamant Defense Sword Cane, both with Zeus Gauntlets. That's pretty much all you need to get through most Z fights.
Yeah.
And a second Avenger, so you don't even need Bacchus Wine, you can just Avenger them up.
It's a lot of damage, it's a lot of evasion rolls. Not even see like medio hit. So that would negate potentially a wombo.
Possibly going straight to the march is going to give us first look at the warriors.
Quake didn't do what we wanted it to.
It's fine.
That Paladin just must not have much Imperial.
It's fine because we have an Adamant Armor Cecil covering.
Oh yeah. We're not gonna lose. We're just gonna have to hit against him.
You know this chest is a charm rod. So it's basically the warrior saying, hey, that Quake needed some help. Here you go. Here's a gift from us.
It's dangerous to go alone. We don't gotta pay these guys, because I don't believe we are,
Well, we might have to pay one of them.
Oh, we might have to pay one of them. If we find someone whose heart is made of unwashed socks. The song goes.
How does that song go? You're a mean one. Yes, I know. Trying to figure out how to work Golbez into there. Okay. That's a flavor of Mile and Bahamut. We are going to look at those and say, we look at them waving. go on our merry way.
So, Rich, we could pay him. But, you know, here you go. We're just handing this out. For Ebenezer, it's Christmas morning. We've seen the light. Just toss him some of that, like, $1 million cash. For exit.
Charlie's showing us the Luca Cave. Not gonna lie, I don't like coming down here on dark matter hunts, mainly because I forget which doors are just empty.
Oh, we have to take that rope. The rope of shame is now the rope of dark matter.
Yeah. No shame today in hitting that rope. Imagine how rude this is in vanilla. You go through half these doors, fight through the traps, and there's just nothing.
Oh yeah. But I'm sure I was drunk. Those doors are scary. They're disrupting you, and then they turn into chimeras, and then they're blazing you.
And then one of them says, hey, here's a save point. You may need this.
And Evil Wall cheats and wrecks you. It's me. I'm seeing more dark matters pop up. Probably getting closer.
Yeah, we're probably in our high teens on dark matters via my rough estimate. Thank you, Scala. Scala pointing out Tybalt has... Actually, I look like 22. Joe, the underground KIs are right there. They're over there. Go get them.
I feel like a good spot for Golbez to be would be Value. Because as I picture, Grinch is kind of on a mountain overseeing everything, you know? And Bahamut kind of oversees everything from Value Cave, so...
I can see that.
Thematic spot. That's what I'm rooting for.
Now, here the boss sprite doesn't show up afterwards, I believe, but... it doesn't matter because we know it wasn't Golbez.
If it was Golbez, what would have happened there?
You would have gotten the objective completed message.
Ah, got it.
So we're looking at the Sirens in Babel, where Postmorphes is now, Dwarf Castle, which I don't believe anyone has visited, and Top Tower.
We're not too far from being ready to go to them. No one checked the package for Golbez, right?
No one did.
I did see someone check the character, but yeah, okay. So
Yeah,
maybe
two people saw Edward and just said nope.
Golbez might just be like 600 gold or whatever today.
Hey, there's our darkness.
Right.
That's 2 more key item checks it opens up.
Bunch more Golbez potential spots.
Oh yeah, and Judge Show pointing out, no one's showing us what's at D-Mist. So we could very well just have the Legend Sword there. I believe that's the only thing we're looking for yet. And obviously, Golbez's location.
Right. Dave, I wanted to wish you a merry happy hour mark.
Yes, happy hour mark, everyone. Morphe's coming back from the underground. Oh, I think that's a very different genre than most Christmas music.
Okay, we're looting the rarely seen dwarf castle chests, which is the bit of a maze, and there's already one dark matter here. Hanging off for Charlie.
And it is still like 12 chests total in Dwarf Castle. Like 15, I think it is, if you count the little passageway. That's the legend sword from Rat Tail.
Okay. Where was Rat Tail?
I believe it was one of the eyeballs in Babel.
The tower really has the goods.
Yeah, it had the Rat Tail legend. It had the darkness, which may be where Golbez is hanging out.
Hey, lunar staff. Indeed.
Charlie gonna give us a Dwarf Castle check. There's a flavor of Mylon to lead things off, so now we know where both purple robes are. And the DKC we already knew was here.
Hear me out, Dave. No antlion likes the moon. Could it be because there's no gravity there, you can kind of fly? Where I'm kind of going with here? Like a certain reindeer?
Ah.
Yeah. I think antlion can be our Rudolph.
Antlion, the googly-eyed reindeer?
Yes, the googly-eyed reindeer. The very shiny,
had a very shiny sand ruby. Had very shiny mandibles.
mandibles. Oh! No, I didn't even know there was a chest right there. It's one of the 12 I missed. It had a dark matter in Cockle Shop. It's awesome.
Okay, Scarlet. Reindeer are from, like, Scandinavia, and that's effectively the moon.
It's far up. That's gonna... Awesome reset out of the... We Possum's seen both bosses, and it's basically what, just looking for Golbez now?
Right. This is
and dark matters.
Yeah, Golbez and looting for dark matter.
Oh, so don't see Golbez, you can reset right there. That's pretty good sleuthing.
Yeah, well, happy slightly early birthday to Anthony and Elms 38 in chat.
I'm gonna posit that person joined Twitch 5 years ago. Have you done a lot of dark? You done a lot of dark matter hunts, Dave?
Well, there's this club we have called Tricker's Trials, where 81% of the time a Dark Matter Hunt is going to be required.
So right about now, let's say in Possum's position, you don't need any more key items. Just looking for stuff. Where would you be looting?
Everywhere that doesn't have traps.
Good job, dwarf check. My job, dwarf, just now.
If you have sirens, you don't really need to take traps. You can just crack a few eggs.
I'm pretty sure that job dwarf was Santa's little helper. Optionally, maybe elf on a shelf.
No, that's a dwarf. The elves are in a different game.
Dwarf on a shelf.
If that dwarf were near the ocean, would it be dwarf on a wharf?
A dwarf on a wharf. There's wharfs. Dwarf on a wharf, and it's takes a lava. Got there. So I'm going back for the Stardust Rod.
I believe it was Joe. I'm not.
Eyebolt's about to get.
I believe it was Warlick is going there. Charlie is on the correct path to finding the last remaining, well, maybe the last remaining key items.
Yeah, we're going to the. We'll go to the moon here. Well, might not need to go to the moon at all, right? At this point, you get your dark matters.
And the problem is finding the Grinch.
Yeah, is there any bosses left? We could. I guess we've done all the traps, so we can't get a key item that like be like our key or anything because we've got all the key items. Okay.
We're missing access to the Twin Harp. And actually, that's it. Just the Twin Harp.
Okay.
And the Super Cannon Room.
So, if Golbez is, we do have to go to the moon. Find it.
Never mind. We have access to the Twin Harp. It's in one of the trap chests in Zot or in Babel. Did Morpheus miss that one?
It just reset out of Lunars. Right, so it's really, I feel like the race is pretty tight.
It is. We also have Tybalt going up Babel, which is we know is going to lead to good stuff.
And Charlie, meanwhile, is
If there's Rat Tail on Charlie's side.
in this tower also, gonna get all those goodies. Yeah, Rat Tail in this case is basically figgy pudding. It's gonna get us our objective.
What is figgy pudding anyway?
That's a great question. Maybe like fig pudding? I don't know. It's a thing of song.
All I know is I won't leave until I get some.
Yeah. People are very demanding about it when they show up at your doorstep during the holidays, allegedly.
Cosmorpheus turning in the 30 Dark Matters is now just on the quest for Golbez.
Okay, and maybe that extra dark matter was from the Magnus loot.
Very well could have been. And Baron giving us the tower key.
Oof. That could be huge, or it could be a goose chase. Goose chase would be fine because the Christmas goose is also in order.
And we'll see who's in the basement. We've got... Leviathan. So...
He doesn't even get money, he just gets reset.
Leviathan is being that parent who's saying who's basically telling you I don't want anything for Christmas.
Okay, where's Charlie going now? Turning in the to get full forge here.
Charlie is just Charlie's leaving the tower, that's all. And Charlie bribed the boss, got the darkness, and is walking back down.
That's all the good news. We got Eyebolt also getting forged now. Going to the moon.
I was going to the giant.
Oh, giant. I think of any thematic things with giant for Christmas, but Golbez might be here. Bumble, yes. Thank you. That's perfect. Mush.
I'm sorry, you've lost me.
Oh, it's the abominable snowman from the the old Rudolph. Yeah.
Okay, that's its name.
They call it the Bumble. And
Okay.
Possum's gonna go take some of its teeth out to tame it.
I really didn't know that one.
And we have Golbez. Golbez is in the second spot because this is Rudolph.
Makes sense to me.
Well, hold on, wait. Golbez isn't Santa, though. Golbez is the Grinch. So this is Max, the dog.
However,
the Grinch's dog.
If Golbez is at the second spot, Possum has to fight it.
Pay it?
Nowhere near the money. Possum does not have 120k to bribe this.
Ooh. Just some meddling robot and mad scientist.
And it looks like the sleigh's been hijacked by some science.
Our lives. There's a lot of dialogue.
And no one's got time for that.
Right, to value.
And Tybalt actually give us a music check while this is going on. So as soon as Dark Elf is done going to attack you, we're going to see what lovely Christmas carol Edward's gonna play for us tonight.
You and I can be quiet, sit back, and sip our eggnog.
Yeah, I believe that was FF9. Was that Tartarus' theme? No.
I do not recognize it.
Yeah, unfortunately, with being able to buy the bosses, you can skip having to deal with any of that, although no one's sad to be able to skip a Valvalis fight.
True. Magic defense and all that. I got to hear some of it. I think it might have been from FF9, Carol of the Bells. Harps. Eyebolt nabbing is Lunar Staff.
Awesome, doing some grinding. With living
Dragon.
Siren?
So you can get your money, you know. Things to bribe.
Yep. And wants nothing to do with the Magus sisters that are hanging out on in K Value.
Kind of hoping Golbez would be there. Let's see, where do we want Golbez now?
So what spots do we have unchecked? We have the 5 in the LST, we have Package, and Super Cannon Room I don't believe anyone's gone into yet.
I don't recall seeing Cannon. This Ribbon Room is most thematic now, because Ribbon's gonna be your presence with.
I'm hoping for the Package just because it's, look, I was here all along.
Package is the funniest. Plague would be good though, because you count down to Christmas.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And Possum is diving.
Alright, we have Tybalt making the Baron Castle play. I'll play that we know at least the tower key. And we're about to find out what's there. Oh,
Okay.
no, there it is. Golbez, unseen, but that was Golbez at the Mura altar.
Possum pays it off. Wasn't going to touch him with a 39.5-foot pole.
Yeah, he is a bad. He's a bad man with the was it greasy black peel?
So as we're gonna go and go fight somebody here in a second. And I'm trying to think of who I want to see. If there's any, we have in the pool. Do we have Grinch? What about Futurama Sanimus? Do we got him?
Right, we do.
Okay.
Yeah, we could have a. We've got a Santa. We've got the Grinch. We've got Yeah,
Okay.
what we do have is many sprites. Most of them created by our wonderful restreamer Scala Kitty. Maybe we'll get a Christmassy one tonight. Who knows? Stay tuned for in about a minute or two.
And there's a flag, a North Pole flag with a Z on it. What are those?
They're the North Pole. They're all cheering for Santa. I think it's just this flag's backwards.
We've talked about there are a lot of Z sprites out there, and it's because we can't randomize Z. We can't put him anywhere all over the place because he's too bad, too hard. We stuck right here, but you have an option of some 500, maybe 700, maybe a million. There are many sprites nowadays. We have to ask ourselves fundamental questions. Yep.
Whose butt are we going to kick tonight? And
Have Santa hat.
is it Christmas themed? Will it haunt my nightmares? Let's be honest, there's some nightmare fuel among these bosses, among some of these boss sprites.
Hummus. Oh, maybe you like hummus.
No, I said nightmare fuel, not make me hungry. Yes, and our Z sprite today is an entire the entire underneath the Christmas tree filled with gifts.
Oh, that's fitting. Which we know, by the way, since we've been here, is full of coal.
Have we been to this treasury though, or is this like an alternate dimension of treasury?
There's some Hanzo in here too. Some good stuff. Coal's worth quite a bit, to be honest.
Oh, Skull's saying it was Odio's theme. Yeah, I can hear it now. Well, Odio's theme is sort of fitting for the Grinch, I guess. The Grinch with the shrunken heart hated Christmas, and Odio being, well, a demon of hate, makes sense.
But maybe when Odio would also deliver all the presents of soft-heartedness, you know. Tybalt is about to head to the moon.
After we know the moon is the play. Tybalt has a pass in hand, just hasn't turned it in yet.
Treasury just ominously shook.
What's in those gifts? Why is my gift shaking? Okay, we're being informed that there is nothing wrong with our gifts. Everything is fine.
You peek, they'll nuke back.
And we see Boss Morpheus kind of grim at the end of this, shoving Porum in a box.
It's thematic, and you know, you gotta wrap that up with the essential possum or coffin, and we have a winner. The treasury fades into oblivion.
Unfortunately, we could not put a bow on that box because, you know, ribbons prevent instant death. And we are joined by Boss Morpheus, our winner tonight. GG's Possum.
Jeez, possum.
GG's, yo.
That was fun.
Yeah,
you did an early Agnes check and didn't even have to go to Dick, and paid off.
Yeah, I just wanted Dark Matters, and I wanted money to make sure I could just buy my way through the hook route. This is only like the second time I've ever played Payable Golbez, and looking at like the prices for early bosses and stuff, I made a galactic misplay by not just selling the farm from Eblin and Watery Pass and just buying my way through everything. So you live, you learn. But good to know for the future if I ever play Payable Golbez again.
As my first two.
Was that strategy that you were taking early fights maybe for XP or?
No. I mean, the XP is irrelevant when you're in T Wildish and you have all the power in the world waiting for you. That's just an experience with the flag.
I thought you were just being stingy and didn't want to pay Yong, so you did that.
No, like there was one fight there for sure, the Mom Bomb, that I was like, no, we're not. We're just not. At Baron 1, and I should have been more aggressive with that throughout, but I think the rest of it played out really well. I wish I would have paid more attention to not having Warp on Palom. I would have gone to Sylph instead of going to Luca, and then probably just jettisoned to the moon. If I would have realized that, it made the Luca play for Dark Matter a really long check instead of something more accessible, but it is what it is.
I was wondering, what made you prioritize Giant over Moondive?
I hadn't done a grind yet. I was like level 25. If I get some favorable bosses there, then I can easily get upwards of 500,000 experience, maybe more. But it turned out that it was Antlion, which is a big ol' no, into a split XP boss that takes a ton of time, and so the Giant was a total bust. It was, a double check for Golbez. I figured with like 400,000 gold I could pay off anything up there just to see both spots, which I was right. Element spot apparently costs like 300,000, which is a lot, but hey. So that Antlion was out, and then it was like Luge, okay. If it would have been Golbez, it would have been Galaxy Brain and amazing, but as it was, I had enough to really, go through and did the two gold dragons. Could have done warlocks instead, but that was good enough. Low 40s with an Adam and Crystal Sword Cecil. That'll do things.
Seen a lot of free bosses already. Who are you hoping to see at that point? The XP.
DKC was still on the table at that point. Plague was on the table. Those are both fairly quick. Plague might have been on the table. I don't actually know because I think I paid my way through multiple sparkles. But even something like the Gauntlet, if I find the Gauntlet at the first spot, that's great XP. It's a couple fights, but it's akin to doing like 2 sets of gold dragons. So I would have been fine with running into the Gauntlet there as well. Orbs would have been a reset, Evil Wall would have been a reset, Asura would have been a reset. Probably would have taken on Turtle just for the show.
That's
at
very
Elements.
fair.
But yeah, I mean, there were a couple things that I would have taken on, but it was good though. It was good. I had fun.
Yeah, we had fun watching it. Do you have any questions, Dave?
I've been getting in here too. Any final thoughts on this? Maybe just on the flag set as a whole?
I mean, I'm generally not a fan of wackies. I'm generally not a fan of dark matter hunts. As one who hates looting, and yeah, generally the wackies just throw me off because I don't play enough of them. So that's a me thing. That's my initial thoughts on it. But honestly, it wasn't that bad. And I think the big reason for that is just the fact that T Wildish is on. It gives you the power to get through everything quickly. You just need to get really good with your R button to discard, and I certainly was not there on this seed. But again, future improvements. I think this flag set runs another week, so can definitely come back. Not Monday, because I can't make the Monday races anymore. But the Friday race definitely can give that a whirl and see if we can do a little better. I can see easily like somewhere between probably 7 to 10 minutes of time to shave off of this, so definitely room for improvement. And I think overall it's fun. More fun than I expected. So, always fun. Always good to have it like that.
GG's again, sir.
Yeah, thank y'all, Dave and Mike, for doing comms. Thank you, Joe, for pushing the buttons. And thank you, Scala, for putting out the fires behind the scenes. Y'all are awesome, and I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of their evening and a great weekend. Take care, y'all.
Have a good night.
That was our winner, Possum Morpheus, with the time of 1:25:34. Finding all the dark matters, finding Golbez, and the treasury.
It's
Getting nothing for Forge, sadly. Eyeball has the same idea here, doing some gold dragons. SP.
Eyeball has the crystal, so
with that the curse string going with a Sid anchor.
that's the fun thing about the curse string. Most characters be your anchor with that.
Yeah, so Sid can think, has a ton of hit points, and still very, very slow.
Charlie also has the same thoughts. Let's get some XP on this party.
Because I mean, if you don't have to fight anything, you don't really need to grind until, oh wait, gotta fight Z. Let's get some levels, even with the adamant armors and the shiny stick.
Yeah, you still need some amount of HP to not die.
Yeah, I mean, who wants to nerf big banks? Have crystals. Sucks.
It appears Tybalt's done with the grind, and I have to walk through that past door and
There's
fight a whole
open
bunch
some
of treasure
presents.
chests.
Yeah.
Yeah, open the presents at the end of the seed.
But you wake up in the morning and then you gotta fight your presents. They have HP refills.
That's a tradition I don't think I've ever seen happen.
I
Having
don't
to
know.
actually battle your presents to get them.
It's a free enterprise specialty. Festivus miracle.
That
Feats of strength. Feats of strength. I see. The credits, the people named is Pink Puff. Do you know who that is? I don't know Pink Puff. I feel like I should, having in the Pink Puff. Oh, neat.
just someone I've never interacted with.
Shout outs to Pink Puff. wherever you are.
That
You had a raid,
guy
by the
at
way.
the end of the names, I don't know who that person is.
Back when we were interviewing Possum, we had a raid from Flossie, for instance. Thank you for the raid. Hope your stream went well.
While Tybalt is starting up the Z fight, Charlie's about to find Golbez and Warlink right on Charlie's heels after a grind. So I'll give one last shout out to our restreamer, Scala Kitty, putting on the show here, keeping us in line a little bit. JoJo pushing all the buttons, 4-player race, they're tough.
4-player race, Dark Matter Hunt. There's all kinds of things to track here.
Skate Trap, things coming in fast and furious.
It's late.
Done a great job.
Thank you.
And to you, Mike, you're hanging out, keeping this fun.
And yourself, and you, Dave. You're doing comms with you. We're both first generation puss together.
Gen 1 Puff, is that like, Gen 1 Transformers or something?
Yeah, there's back when it's simple, there's the cons. Good guys. All the other... I don't know if everybody out there knows it, but some refer to you as King Puff.
I don't know why.
You won. You had the most points. The end of the inaugural.
They shouldn't. There's a far better person to have that title.
That person says you're King Puff.
We're not going to get into discussion here because that's not going to end well.
Well, the final match was won by Cubs Rule. Argue Cubs is King Puff.
No.
The first State Puff.
Stay Puffed, that you said?
Puff, yeah.
I wouldn't mind Stay Puffed.
Because marshmallows go great. Nice cup of hot chocolate on Christmas.
Exactly.
We'll put the hot water on.
Or, scald some milk if that's what you go for in your chocolate.
Ooh, the gourmet. Okay, and Ebalt's getting big banged by his Christmas presents. That was painful, I'll add.
Fortunately, that's it. Before the presidents have a chance to drop any rocks on us.
Yeah, no rocks. That was just GG's. Eyeballs presents all open. No Wombo, but I bet you we would have evaded those rolls.
I wouldn't take that bet. I've seen Adamant Armor Sword Cecil just decide he doesn't feel like dodging anything.
I heard a ding.
And I see it's
I
Tybalt.
believe you have Tybalt.
GG's.
GG's, Tybalt. Believe you might be muted.
Yeah, I was muted. Thank you.
All right, how did the seed feel for you?
And the thing is, the scene was going great, and then a double click happened when I completed one of my objectives. So you may have seen I sold a lot of stuff at Kakol. My Zeroma's objective was click, so I thought it was win game.
Oh
Okay.
no!
Which is why I
no.
sold both Avengers, all the Bacchus. I just wanted a bunch of money to be able to buy out the rest of the bosses.
Yeah, you were.
That explains why you did that.
Were incredibly efficient through especially through the first half of the game. You were first one through the hook route. Had you played this type of seed before? You looked very comfortable out there.
I've played Payable Golbez before, so it's not really about the experience. The ones you have to worry about is like the trap chests. Those are the ones you want the experience for. Or when you get to something like the Giant, if you don't have enough funds to be able to buy those out, those can take a little bit if you don't have the levels of year for it. However, we found a bunch of Excals and light swords and a bunch of money in the seed.
I'm fairly sure more Rune, or not Rune, more Zeus colonists than you can wear.
Oh, yeah, and then of course Edge never showed up, so... Like, fine.
So what you're saying is ninjas don't celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, apparently.
We use their hands though to get through otherwise very unfortunate D-miss at Ruby here.
Oh yeah, being able to just, hey, here, have a bunch of money, go away. That's nice.
That's cathartic. After all those times, I'm sure you've sat through that 10-minute plus fight.
Oh yeah, and I want. So you probably saw that I reset out of the Giant. Well, as I mentioned, the Giant is just really expensive, but the CPU spot, you don't see the boss. I just wanted to go through it fast, like I just gotta go. And then it wasn't Golbez, and that was sad.
Awesome did the same thing. And also, like, you didn't have many levels. Were you considering if there was a boss to your liking, taking it for the XP?
Boss it at the element spot, probably. I mean, it's 300,000 experience as long as it's a quick fight. Something like Water Hag, Mylon Z. And unfortunately, I'd already seen Mylon Z and I'd already seen Water Hag. Maybe any of the guards or dimps, but I saw all those as well. So there was no real nice bosses for that element spot, nor CPU, for experience-wise.
That's what I was kind of thinking. I did hear he floated maybe Possum said he'd take Turtle there for the show, but there wasn't a whole lot of good options.
Yeah, Turtle's probably about the easiest one to get through, especially with the equipment we had. But yeah, 65k of Turtle or 65k of Antline, nah, I'm good.
No one's got time for that many counters.
Right? And then, of course, the Earth Crystal sitting in Zot.
Yeah, that was a fantastic joke.
Yeah, that was good. We were at that point. We were ready for D-Miss to have the Earth Crystal and to go back and forth. We almost got it.
That's what I was expecting. I mean, I was expecting D-Miss to have the Earth Crystal at Zot. What? No, or D-Miss at Package.
Yeah, I was cheering for D-Miss to Package.
Or Golbez at Package.
I mean, I don't know if I go for deals this quickly if I saw that there's exits in the Baron shop, but I found Cecil. I'm like, I want exit. Let's get Cecil online.
Yeah, and it took a while to get the shiny sword. Even though, like, you look good out there, but did the early game feel like kind of what you were expecting?
A little bit. I mean, the biggest thing is the trap chest in Eblin is the real tricky spot. So having like the trap kit, being able to hourglass the traps there kind of makes it a little bit easier to get through those to get your experience, because you're not getting the experience from Hobbs or Antlion or any of those, because you're just gonna buy them out.
Do you have any final thoughts in order of the day? Any more questions, Dave?
Do you like the naming scheme?
3 words that you are as follows, and I quote. Here you do it, Mike?
Go ahead.
Dink,
Dink,
stank,
stank,
stunk.
stunk. No, it was a very, very fun scene. I'll definitely have to watch this back and see what my opponents do. I know Possum's good, and so we'll see where we differed in there. But thanks for the restream. I know there was some fires, but Scala works for magic. Thanks to Joe for tracking, and both you, Dave, and Mike doing the commentary. Couldn't do the show without you.
Thanks, Tybalt. GG's.
GG's.
Grace. All right, and while we were interviewing, Charlie beat his treasure chest, and we had a raid from Possum. Let's see. Not sure if Charlie will be joining us.
With that bidding, we are being joined by Charlie. GG's, Charlie.
Thank you. It was a well-rolled scene. There are lots of things to appreciate.
Yeah, what were your thoughts on that overworld?
I was a little bit annoyed by the kind of initial lack of dark matters, but Flame Dog having Earth Crystal into stuff, that's really cute. And being about 3,000 gold short a couple of times over, I guess I should loot more. I guess 290 some boxes is not enough. I don't know.
Yeah, we were noticing that not many dark matters early. Were you getting worried? How are you planning on tackling that late game? The treasury gave us 3, fortunately, but what were your thoughts strategy-wise at that point?
Just keep on looting stuff, loot stuff until I hit 30, and then that's just gonna be it. And I figured I went down and did Seal Cave immediately, just because there seems to be, anytime I do these Dark Matter Hunt type seeds, there's always like 2 to 4 buried in there, and so that was the case today. And just from there, just trying to basically just loot and make sure I had enough to kind of just pay off whatever. Like I had enough gold at the end to, if I had to top down the moon and pay off every single boss I could.
And you can pay off all the bosses. Even so, you have some type of Pavlovian response where your heart skips a beat when you see you missed at Ruby.
Oh, I was happy. Part of me was terrified of, I missed the Ruby, the default, the vanilla demist, and that has something. Just the silly corner case, or it's demist is behind package that holds something. It was kind of like there was that moment of, this could be terrible, and then I could just pay 125k or whatever it is to kind of just get past it.
It's a good feeling not having to spend 10 minutes there.
No kidding, that fight can take quite a while. As it was my Falcon percent time. Didn't exactly inspire much confidence as it was.
Underworld was a bit of a trap in itself. All the answers were really, other than some of the dark matters, were on tower.
Oh yeah, that tower was absolutely loaded for what it was. So it was like I thought something might actually come of like, okay, well, Keyless Tower paid off. All right, what's going on? And then I kind of didn't follow up with that, and maybe I should have. But the same token, I still had to find dark matters and try to like maybe dig up I was looking for the Baron key for when it came up. Just trying to find the hidden boss spots, and turns out it was just at Murrah Golbez was at Murrah the whole time.
Now, so in a flag set like this, you get underground. Are you focusing on traps immediately, or other locations?
So for dark matter hunts, going through for all the traps is certainly on my mind. Tower definitely was on my mind, even keyless with 4 traps plus a lot of loot that's kind of not too bad to route in. Traps are definitely on my mind, but making sure like I get the dark matters to finish out that part certainly counts for a lot too. It typically too seems like for K-main trap type seeds, like the main checks are still worth a lot. So still have to go through and make sure to hit the Dwarf Castle check, make sure check the Feymarch freebie, do Sheila 1, top a tower, etc.
It was fun watching you guys. I learned locations of chests that I didn't know were even there. I've not done dark matter hunt. So, Thank you for that, and thank you for an entertaining seed. Do you have any other thoughts before we let you go for the day?
Oh, I'm thankful for the seed. Thanks, Scala, for rolling the seed. Thanks, Joe, for pushing the buttons, and thanks, Mike, and Dave for doing the hard part, doing the talking part. So I greatly appreciate it. Looking forward to watching it back.
We got the easy part. You were the one doing all the work running this seed.
Well, to each their own, I suppose. But thank y'all so much. I do appreciate it. You folks take care and have a great night.
Good night, Charlie. Thank you. All right, and Warlink is taking the path, going to unwrap some presents under a tree.
Warlink gave us one last dose of music. Did a lap around the harp before just leaving.
Can I make a confession? I need some help recalling Odio. I don't remember Odio in FF9.
No, we were wrong. That's Live Alive.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to describe Odio without delving into spoiler territory, so we'll leave it at that. Yeah, he's the villain of this piece. We'll call it that. It's kind of obvious when you go to the future chapter and the boss is called, OD-10.
We have a more anchor divergence. In this case, we have
We have a Starbell Cobra. Are we going to see some hybrids coming out from Warlink?
probably see some
Or is this might be just to protect Form in case she gets Oh, this dude's bounced.
quad Dians.
Hallam should walk off this counter nuke. Maybe not the Big Bang.
But even if not, shiny sticks help things go down. The medicine go down pretty easy.
I'm not sure. I'd recommend using a large sword to open up your gifts.
Well, you know. Merit to it.
That
You-
said,
you don't-
giant explosion is also probably not the best answer to open them up.
Some of that packaging is hard to get through. A little bit of Hanzo, Holy
You're not
sword.
wrong.
Especially if those presents are nuking you, you might feel more inclined to give him a solid whack. I haven't seen a whole lot of healing going on, and yet I still see Cecil with 3,000 HP, which is neat.
Yeah, you don't need to heal if you just end the fight before any large attacks come out.
Which has happened. GG's to Warlink. See if we can get Warlink here.
Still great job by all of our runners getting through this. We did have a 4th place finisher off stream. Plumerian Knight finished in 1 hour 45 minutes and 15 seconds. So GG to Plumerian Knight as well.
This is a pretty fun flag set.
Yeah, I ran this race on Monday. It's fun. You're just looting everything. If you love just opening every chest you see,
I heard a Dean. I believe that that means we have a Warlink.
We do have a Warlink. GG's Warlink.
Jeez. We're having some issues hearing you, Warlink.
Push to talk on. Microphone not behaving. How about now, Warlink? Things work better?
Looks like some technical difficulty.
Hey, while Warlink's getting this straightened out, we'd like to remind everyone we have Baron's Hero's Journey tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. It's Kane Hero this week.
Very brief light up. Oh. Kinda. Heard you say something? Kind of in and out.
Hello?
There you are.
Hey.
Welcome, Warlink. GG's. Kind of robotic, kind of like the Balnab effect.
Right. And also, like to point out, Sunday at I believe 7 Eastern, we have 99%ers. It's a club where the runners build their own mystery YAML. This is week 3, so it's starting to take shape.
That does sound adventurous. We'll give Warlink a couple more seconds to try to get the technical issues situated. I believe we run these. Do we run these flags next week as well?
Yes.
All right. So if you didn't get a chance to play and want to, or have played and want to do it again, there'll be 2 more opportunities to find that Golbez, do your dark matter hunts, get nothing for Forge, and get treasuries.
Yes, the important part is fighting your Christmas presents. Actually, I'm not sure what kind of life analog would be equivalent to fighting your own Christmas presents.
I mean, especially if you had coal, like having a little angst towards them.
Could you then just set your Christmas present on fire?
Or maybe what if someone got you a mimic? And that wouldn't be very nice. You have to fight.
Yeah, it seems Warlink has been tech issues are just gonna be too much.
Okay, sorry Warlink. We'll get you in next time. But I understand we have a newer free enterprise runner, Gazera1. So when we raid there, make sure that you're nice.
Yeah, so the newer runner, and no spoil in this race, of course. Give them all the love from the community.
Does your presence attack you?
Make sure all the presents you give this person are of the non-aggressive mimicky kind.
Thank you everyone for watching this late Friday night. We hope to see you next week. And for Dave and Scala and Joe and the community, we wish you a good night.